Welcome to the spot where the vibes ignite. Official Kingpin ruling every night. Dusting off the nasties, we don't play nice. Got the crown on lock, better think twice. Woo! We roast, we chill, we thrill, it's the game. Sending all the trophies, y'all know the name. The Lituation Network bringing the flame. Bow down to the king, it's never the same. Ooh, yeah. Mic in hand, the kingdom's alive. Steady on the grind, we always thrive. Ain't no stopping us, this is our drive. Level up the heat, watch the sparks dive. We roast, we chill, we thrill, it's the game. Sending all the trophies, y'all know the name. The Lituation Network bringing the flame. Bow down to the king, it's never the same. Ooh yeah. Dust clouds vanish when the king walks through. A royal vibe, only the chosen few. Serving up the truth like a plate of stew. Crown shining bright, this reign is brand new. We roast, we chill, we thrill, it's the games. Sending all the trophies, y'all know the name. The Lituation Network bringing the flame. Bow down to the king, it's never the same. When the king walks through, a royal vibe, only the chosen few. Serving up the truth like a plate of stew. Crown shining bright, this reign is brand new. We roast, we chill, we thrill, it's the game. Sending all the trophies, y'all know the name. To the king, it's never the same. Oh, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. Yes. Did you like this video? Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. All that and more coming up directly after these commercial breaks.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallow?
I was, groomed by Larry Reid. There was one instance where he was like trying to see if I would show him, like he wanted me to adjust myself, but while I was in his room. And I was like, all right, I'll go to the bathroom. And he was just like, no, you can do that right here. He would always ask, he would always be like, what kind of drawers you got on? Because I can see that these is the kind of, these underwear look good on you. He would always point out, oh, my butt is getting bigger. But they were always very particular on, how I showered, how much time I spent in the shower, how I washed my body, making sure my private parts were, wasn't exposed and stuff like that. He would always point it out. As a kid, you're thinking, this is somebody above me, he has my best interest at heart, he cares about me. And the entire time is really him grooming you to how he would want you to be. And it wasn't until I got a little older that I started to realize it was like a coat.
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked an appointment at Style Kings at the barbershop. Let's go.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me that. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net. Get you some style today. Oh, and your mom called said she needs some more conditioner. And yes, the one they hate to see coming. Yes, it did. And it is the official King Pain show. Yes. Like this video, like this video, like this video. We've got a lot of things to get into. I told you guys I was gathering the receipts with word on the streets. Larry Dingleberry Reid has fled the country when the official King Pain has all of the receipts. Larry Reid once said, in order to not have your business all out here on the streets when you got to keep your hoes happy. Yes, it did. And hoes is mad. Yes, it did. The hoes is mad. All Larry's hoes is mad with because gathering close. Now, y'all ain't heard this shit from me. Y'all ain't heard this shit from me. Okay. Larry Reid left without a word. He didn't even tell these hoes. And they're tore up about it. Bishop Bernard is alleging he had to seek therapy. He's still in therapy. You know, you just can't be spreading your seed everywhere and sharing yourself with everybody. He said something like that. He said something like that. I got all of the receipts. Shout out to St. James, who recently did an interview with Bishop Bernard Jordan, and he was very transparent, you know, at least for the girls who know how to read, about his relationship with Larry Dingleberry Reid. And again, hoes is mad. You know, CTV was over there press alleging that, you know, she's cutting ties with Larry. She tried to told Larry, you know, all of that. When you guys remember the last time one of Larry's secret lovers came forth. Yeah, every time another lover of Larry speaks out, Conscious TV is over there flipping tables. There's a whole lot of dusty shit going on. Leave it to the Fish King Pain to bring some clarity to a dusty situation. How's everybody doing today? Yes, it did. Did you miss me? Show me you love me by liking this video. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. We've got a lot of things to get into. You see the title. Larry flees the country. Bishop Bernard speaks breakup when Conscious TV is over there flipping tables, crying about Larry fleeing the country when apparently he ain't let none of his hoes know when. Amid the TD Jakes lawsuit and much, much more when. My, my, my. My, my, my. My. Like this video. Like this video when. Apparently, Larry Dingleberry Reid is under fire for promoting a convicted money guru over there on his Patreon. Apparently, she was over there scamming the girls. So not only is he fleeing the country amid being added to the TD Jakes lawsuit because, you know, he's already in there. You know, came up here. We're just waiting for the Jane Does and the John Does to be revealed, but we already know the girls that's in the know, okay, on period, that Larry Dingleberry Reid is fixing to lose everything because the lawsuit will ruin him financially. Rosalind Weems, okay, a stock market guru, okay, who Larry was promoting on his Patreon, is giving him heat from the feds, okay, and the DOJ and the FBI and the SEC, apparently, okay, now everything is alleged. Gathering closer, I heard this shit from me. Larry and Rosalind were working together to scam and defraud his members over there on the Patreon. Someone alleged that they got over $12,000. I don't know what motivated the woman to give them $12,000, but that's a lot of money. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video. The official campaign got all other receipts. Gather and close. Act like you know where you're at. Hey, friend. I know that's right. Hey, friend. Like this video, like this video, like this video. When Bishop Bernard is speaking his breakup with Larry Reid. Yes, it did. He's actually calling it a breakup. Yes, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on when, okay, on period. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what was said, what had happened when. Apparently, Larry up and left. You know, a couple weeks back, I told you Larry was alleging that he was downsizing and that ultimately he would be fleeing the country. And, you know, he's done just that. I hate to say I told you so. But who knew he would leave without checking in with his hoes? Bishop Bernard wanted to know what the official campaign thought where he didn't want to tell us what that word where he said, what do you think happened? Well, you want to know what the king thinks Bishop Bernard with? I think Bishop Bernard is broken up. I think she tore up with torn in between the two. I really want to be with you. I think she's all torn up because her lover Dingleberry left like a thief in the night and didn't tell her what that word. Yes, it is. The official campaign has all of the receipts. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Gather in close. We got a lot of things to get into. Bishop Bernard lands on the St. James show that he confided in Larry. He shared some things with Larry. And like the content critter that Larry Dingleberry is, he used it against him. Took things that he told him in confidence and shared it with people on the internet for clicks and views. Told everybody that he voted for Trump. Had people leaving the church. He said, how could you? Who I vote for doesn't have anything to do with your salvation. Larry Reid is just messy. It's a mess. And Larry Reid hasn't been a good representation of the church in quite some time. I think the better question is, what was preventing you from pulling rank, stepping in, advocating for Levante, Tashawn, Daquan, or any of the other young man who alleged that Larry Reid sexually assaulted and groomed them? Allegedly. Oh, we got a lot of things to talk about. Like, how could you continue a relationship with a man who got on the internet and alleged that your son was sexually assaulted by TD Jakes? He knew it, and he never told you. You found out like everybody else 10 years later when he's on the internet using your child's trauma for clicks and views. This is your friend. This is your mentee. Like, let's talk about it. Y'all don't y'all don't really want to talk. Y'all don't really want to talk with. Larry had the receipts and everything. Text messages between Manasseh, Jordan, and TD Jakes. And apparently was in the know. So how could you call someone like this your friend? I think that's the better question. Like this video, like this video, like this video. The Official Campaign has all of the receipts. All that and more, all that and more. Gather in close. Make sure that you guys are liking this video. Let's get these likes up. Where my. Bishop Bernard went on to say that the separation. Poor Bishop Bernard with okay, all these DL passed them in. Yes, it did. Weird. I don't know why they just don't come out of the closet with. There's so many of us in the church with. Okay, they so in denial with. Okay, over here. There's so many of us in the church weird. They be so much denied when, okay, oh, period. Gay, sir. Gay, sir. He said the separation caused him to re-enter therapy. He said he was so hurt. So hurt. It tore him and it tore his congregation. I bet. I bet. Oh, the official campaign has all other receipts. Like this video, gather in close. We're waiting for the Crown family to get in here. Let's get these likes up when. Uh-huh. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Get ready for the Crown family roll call. Yes, it did. Gather in close. Let's get these likes up when. Let's get some more people in the motherfucking building. It's up and it's stuck here in the home other situation. Okay, on period before I start pulling these receipts out. Hey, yes, it did. He said the congregation only followed Larry because of his endorsement. Yes, it did. And this started to become complicated because, again, Larry had been backsliding for some time. You know, Levantre, Delquan, Tashawn, Lester Peltier, Vincent. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait, hold on. William McCray. Larry has been backsliding for some time. There's more. Oh, believe me, there's more. If you know any, put the name in the chat when. Say their names, Larry. Say their names, Larry. Oh, and Bishop Bernard Jordan. Oh, Armand Wiggins. Oh, Stormy Shamoka Shay Alizé Jenkins Physique. Oh, don't act like you guys don't know what happened after that conversation. Like this video, like this video, like this video. If friend, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Like this video, like this video. Remember to gather in close. Okay, on period. Make sure that you guys share it. Yes, it did. He said they only followed Larry, okay, because of his endorsement. Okay, he tore him. He tore him. This is tearing him up, and it tore the congregation. Yes. He said the congregation began to come to him after Larry said that the blood of Jesus no longer has power. My. And they wanted to know if Bishop Bernard felt this way also. And Larry, and see, the thing is that Larry has publicly, you know, steering away from the church, like all of the numbers and the signs and the witchcraft. It's like you only speak out. You're only speaking out now that he's left you with no explanation. You have no closure. Like, there are things that should have been addressed, but you're only addressing now because Larry left you without saying goodbye. My. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Gathering close. We got a lot of things to get into. Act like you know where you're at, when, okay? I'm not pulling out no receipts until the girls get into the building. Act like you know where you're at, when. The blood of Jesus will always have power. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Again, Larry has been showing discourse. His actions, his walk, the way I see it, Bishop Bernard should have been gotten involved, been taking initiative. And, you know, maybe Larry wouldn't be in the position that he's in. He said the breakup happened. He said the breakup happened. And then Larry did a 2-hour live video that he and his wife sat and watched. He said he couldn't finish the video, you know. In his eyes, Larry was being Larry. But he said his wife sat there and his wife watched the video in its entirety. Yes, it did. And after the video, the wife, Lady Jordan, said that, you know, she's done with Larry. She's done with Larry. Done with Larry playing with their family and using their kids against them. Alleging that, you know, Larry was trying to use Manasseh against her father. And, you know, he put all of their personal business online and some desperate attempt to extort, what, $6 million out of TD Jakes, which has got him in Ghana right now trying to start a whole new life. Yes, Larry Reid is in Ghana right now trying to reinvent himself for the umpteenth time, when he then walked away from the church yet again, and now he's in Ghana messing with them people. That's what you talking about, because that's all he doing. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Do you think that Larry will ever serve time for the fraud, the alleged molestation, the grooming, the embezzlement? Or did he make his grand exit? And is he over there in Ghana living his best life? The official campaign has all of the receipts. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Gather in close. We're waiting for the Crown family to get in here with, okay, on period. My. Bernard went on to allege that you know, he does this to himself. He does this to himself. Okay, he opens himself up to these untrustworthy, unsavory people. He allows them in only for them to stab him in the back and betray him. I mean, you don't even know what's going on. Why do these girls feel betrayed? Why is Bernard doing interviews, speaking out about Larry? Why is Conscious TV online flipping tables, crying, boo-hooing, alleging that, he knew when Larry's accusers were accusing him, but he protected him anyway? They're turning on Larry because he didn't left the country. And according to Bishop Bernard, he ain't give none of them no. If he ain't explained shit to Bishop Bernard, you know he ain't explained shit to Conscious TV. That's the side bitch. That's the throwaway hole. That he don't give a. She always online crying about something when. Oh, Larry gonna get it together this time. I'm gonna make sure he get it together when. Like, girl, shut up. You don't be running shit but your mouth. And all that makeup across your forehead. Like, goo. Like, goo. Like this video, like always over there upset, looking like an angry girlfriend or something. Where's your bed? Where's your bed with? Okay, on period. Because Larry is over there in Ghana. Okay, on period. And he ain't thinking about you. Like I said, according to Bishop Bernard, he ain't even sent a kite. Okay, the official campaign has all other receipts. He said that he realized that the relationship between him and Larry, okay, was not a friendship, but more of a business relationship. He realized after Larry left abruptly without a word, nothing to say. Okay, and he called Larry and he asked Larry if there was something going on, and Larry said no. That ain't the type of shit you talk about on the phone anyway. What else you talk about? Okay, oh period. Larry's over there trying to escape the law, honey. Yes. Oh, I tried to tell Larry ass. I tried to tell Dingleberry ass way back when. Okay, oh period. A hard head make a soft ass. Yes, it did. His soft ass is over there in Ghana right now trying to escape, trying to evade the justice system here in America. Yes, it did. I got all the receipts. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Gather in close, gather in close. Shout out to everybody here, shout out to everybody watching. Before we go any further, okay, on period, it is time for our Crown Family roll call with, let me see those crowns in the chat. Let me see those crowns in the chat. It's up and it's stuck here in the home of the situation. Let's go. Where my moderators at? Can we get some links in the chat? Win quick. We need a number of the day. Can I get the quickest Twitter fingers in the chat? Win to give us the number in the day. Number of the day is up and it's stuck here in the home of the situation. Let's go. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody watching. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh. I can start pulling these receipts out in the second win. My. How we doing on the likes? How we doing on the likes win? Let's get these likes up, win. Let's get the support up, win. Gather in close. It's time for our Crown Family roll call. Yes, it did. Hey, Angel. Hey, friend. Shout out to Angel McKent's in the building. Yes. King Gemini in the building. I know that's right. Go to TV in the building. What a Crown Family at? What a Crown Family at? What a Crown Family at? Let me see those crowns in the chat. It's the Official Campaign Show. Act like you know. Act like you know where you at. We ain't been over here in a minute. I know when. Okay, on period. Like this video when. Remember to share this video when. It's up in the stuck here in the home of the situation. Let's go. Oh, my. I'm waiting on you at this point. I'm waiting on you at this point, Win. Yes, it did. Ooh. Oh, hey, Sassy Paws. I know that's right. Auntie Jan in the building. I know that's right, Win. My. Kirsty, shout out to Kirsty over there getting the membership win. Yes, it did. I'm waiting on you at this point. Win. Like this video, like this video, like this video, Win. Shout out to King Gemini dropping those links in the chat, Win. My. Hey, Day. Hey, friend. My. Right now, we're looking for the quickest Twitter fingers in the chat to give us the number of the day. Like this video. We're in the middle of the Crown family roll call. Let me see those crowns in the chat. It's up in the stat. I'm waiting on you, Crown. I'm waiting on you, Crown. Yes, it did. Shout out to Sassy Paws again in the building. Damage Kisses in the house. I know that's right. Yes, this is the interactive segment of the day. It's much more than a video. Okay, this is much more than a video. It is an experience. We can't do this whole YouTube thing without you in. When you guys interact with this video, guess what that does for YouTube? It triggers the algorithm and it says, send the people over to the king. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. Yes, all you got to do is like this video with. Like this video, gather in close. And the number of the day is 12. I know that's right. Shout out to Melinda Martinez in the building with. Yes, it did. If you guys are ready to get into some things, hashtag let's go. Hashtag let's go. We ain't got all day. We got things to get into when. We got things to get into. All of these receipts when. Yes, it did. Waiting for you. Okay. Yes, it did. So the number of the day is 12. Remember to support this video. If you guys are supporting the show, you guys know to drop those trophies, right? So that we can acknowledge you. Yes, it did. So, where was I? Okay. Where was I? Larry Reid is nobody's friend, Win. My. I bet he got that harem. I bet he got that harem of men's. I bet he got all them niggas over there with him. You know, the ones he's fucking on. I bet he got them over there with him, Win. Okay. You know, them ugly motherfuckers behind, Win. But he got them bussy bandits over there with him. Yes, I bet you know they got them bussy bandits over there with him. Yes, he did. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find the file to win. Okay, period. Grill. Ooh, girl, Larry left these motherfucking grills behind when okay on period didn't pay their last month for motherfucking a month of rent. Okay, or nothing. Nothing. Oh, they over it. They is over it, Hetty. Oh, they're so upset. Hold on. Let me show you. Friend, they are so upset. I bet he got these niggas over there with him. Conscious TV talking about, I didn't want to go. Out of you ain't qualified, bitch. You don't look like this. I want to go. Because he was going to have a fucking William McCray over. William McCray pay her own motherfucking way. I just see that bitch over there at the Oasis. Okay. Fuck is you worried about William McCray for? Okay, on period. She don't look like that. You ain't go because you ain't invited. Talking about I don't want to be around none of his motherfucker. I don't associate with those people. All those people, all they do is talk. Look at it. Bitch, have you? Who not talking about you, girl? The kids talk about you when you walk down the street, when your parents talk about you when you come home, when everybody talk about you at the cookout, when look at you, girl. Who not talking about you? Like, girl, stop. Like, girl, you talk about you when, like, girl. and not in a good way. So don't even start to, blowing your big ass head up like that, because you know that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're all that's missing is a red nose. Okay, on period. Like I don't know how you keep missing the mark. You be putting on all of that motherfucking makeup. Okay, you be putting on all that motherfucking red lipstick. You keep just forgetting to draw some on your motherfucking nose. Whenever the fuck you get through. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Bishop Bernard. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready to get into some things? This breakup just, oh, child. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot win. Girl, Larry. What happened to keeping your hoes happy, girl? What happened to keeping the hoes happy, girl? My. Oh, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to get into more of why Larry fled the country coming up in just a minute. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video. The Fish King Pain has all other receipts. Shout out to the trophies. I know that's right. You guys all follow my friend King Gemini over there to support, feature, and support the show. Meow. The number of the day is 12. Okay, and remember to drop those trophies in the chat if you guys are supporting. That way we can acknowledge you. Shout out to just Mona and Amber in the building. I know that's right. Like this video, and remember to support the show. We can't do it without your support. Yes, it is. Oh. If you guys are ready to get into some things, hashtag let's go. Let's go. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. My. Oh, have you guys been tuned into the breakup? My. It's like a soap opera out here on these YouTube streets when you got Bishop Bernard doing a sit-down interview. You got Conscious TV over there crying in the corner when, you know, it's just a lot of dust being kicked up on these YouTube streets. You got Lester Peltier calling my phone looking for Dingleberry, trying to figure out how to get him served. It's just a whole lot of dusty shit going on. Leave it to the Fish King Pain and bring some clarity to Dusty's situation. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Not yet, friend. The wildebeest has not been captured yet. Unfortunately, when okay on period, I'm gonna keep a lookout. Okay, you'll be the first to know. Shout out to True Pace in the building. Okay, shout out to Judah Royalty in the building. I'm so glad that you can make it win. Like this video, win, and remember to support the show. Okay. My. Bishop Bernard, okay, back to the breakup win. Bishop Bernard did a sit-down interview with the St. James show. We're going to take a peek at it in just a moment here when, okay, we're waiting for, you know, the Crown family to gather and close, okay, before I start pulling the receipts out and all of the things win. Yes, it did. Like this video, win. Bishop Bernard shared that in therapy, he had to put together a list of resentments and regrets, you know, because he tore up about this whole breakup. You know, Larry just left him, you know, tore his booty hole up and just cut, like, you know what I'm saying? Left without a word, nothing to say. And all I do is cry. Lord, send me an angel to wipe the tears from my eyes. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. He said, Larry left him. And he's in therapy to this day. He said he has to write down a list of resentment and regrets. And he said that after he started writing, when he was finished, he had pages of regret and resentment from his relationship with Larry Reid. I'm like, what kind of Was y'all fucking or nah? He went on to say that he regretted even celebrating Larry's birthday and going to Larry's birthday parties and hanging out with Larry and his friends. And we all know what happened at Larry's birthday parties, okay, for the girls in the beat. We all know what goes down at the Diddy, the Larry party. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Larry Dingleberry Reid and cut Bishop Bernard off and then sit this man to therapy. Oh, again, shout out to the St. James Show. We're going to take a peek at the interview in just a moment. We're waiting for the Crown family to gather in close. Like this video and remember to share the video. St. James asked Bishop Bernard during the interview if there was any chance of reconciliation. And Bishop Bernard's response would be, he will always come back to daddy. Something like that. But he said, he will always come back. You cannot unlove me, the master prophet. That's what he said. He said, I'm always going to have love here for Larry Dingleberry Reid. Yes, it did. He said, every time he hears Larry's name, he just crunches up. I don't know if he's hoping for a call or hoping that he walks in the room, but the sound of Larry's name makes him cringe. According to Bishop Bernard, he has been traumatized by Larry Dingleberry Reid. My, traumatized. I want to traumatized. Traumatized again because Larry left without notice. He ain't do the exit interview like everybody else, you know. He asked Larry if there was something going on after Larry posted on social media that he was, you know, disconnecting from the bishop. But according to the bishop, Larry alleged that, you know, it was propaganda and don't believe everything you see on social media. My. Like this video, He said Larry moved on and he didn't see it coming. My. I mean, we have a man of God, a bishop here with severe detachment issues. Like, what man is more important than God? Like, I'm seriously questioning where you have Larry positioned in your life to have you this traumatized. Because this grown ass man that moved on with his life. He running from the law. He's in trouble. He ain't got time to be explaining to everything to everybody because he done fucked up. That's how he got in this predicament in the first place, running his motherfucking mouth. So now that he's chose to go on quiet, everybody got a problem with it. when he was fucking running his motherfucking mouth. Then none of y'all tug him on his coattail and tell him you ought not do that. Now he's evading this lawsuit, evading you bitches. Who, in my opinion, helped him, stroked his ego, encouraged this monster. None of you mentees, mentors, people who consider Larry a friend, ever tugged him or called him out or held him accountable until now. Now Conscious TV is like, I want to hold him accountable. I'm holding him accountable now. Why now? You knew back then. Why now when Larry has fled, when Larry is gone, when Larry is not fucking with you hoes, now you want to expose him? You want to say everything we already motherfucking knew, everything the official campaign already the motherfucking said. Now you know it to be true. Now you know something was going on. Levante, Delquan, Tyshawn, Vincent, Lester. Now you all these men that came for alleged foul play, and now when Larry leave you, now when your feelings is hurt, now when your heart is in the line, now when your booty hole has been torn and left gaping wide open, okay? Now you want to speak out. I'm through with these hoes. I can't. He left without a word. Nothing to say. Oh, shit. I'm trying to tell you. Bishop Bernard went on to say, he went on to list some other things, feels like, he regrets making Larry a millionaire. He believes that, in order to stay, wealthy is to help others become wealthy. Like, he was pouring into Larry's cup so that Larry could pour into others' cup. And something he noticed about Larry is that no one around him has money except him. Larry isn't filling nobody else's cup up. Larry's only concern is filling his own cup up. Everything with Larry is transactional. Larry is not a man of God, but he's a money-hungry, sex-crazed deviant. Yes, it did. The official campaign has all other receipts. Like this video. Bernard is over there mourning the loss of, Larry, and he's, self-reflecting. He's like, is it my breath? Did I not lose enough weight? Am I getting too old? Like, what is it? Why Larry don't want me? You know what I'm saying? My skin not light enough. I seen Lester. I seen Vincent. You know what I'm saying? Like, why Larry don't want me? And he said, you got to be careful about, the people that you let in these days. We live in a new time where, the girls, they break up with you on social media. feeling slighted, feeling hurt, feeling jaded. That Larry seemingly broke up with him on social media because when he confronted Larry about the breakup, Larry said, nah, because if we really breaking up, you got to come through the house of the Lord and do your exit interview, even though you've been visiting my exit for some time. Allegedly, I don't know. I wasn't there. But according to sources, my sources, y'all know the sources. Okay, we didn't. Levante, Tashawn, Delquan, Lester, Vincent, like, girl, don't get me to start naming hoes, okay, on period, because we done done interviews and all other shit. We have receipts, text, all kind of shit. We got better receipts than Larry. Okay? Yes, it did. We know more about Dingleberry than he know about his motherfucking stuff. He was over there lying to y'all for years, and what was we doing? Telling the truth. Whenever you get through, continue to gather in close to the King. Remember to support the show. We got Cash Up, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle. The number today is 12. Okay, on period. Where my trophies at? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So let's get into why Larry has left. Okay. And then we'll go and check out some parts of the St. James interview. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. It's the Fisher King Payne Show. Act like you know where you're at, when, okay, on period, as well as the receipts, when, okay. I'm sure you guys all want to see the receipts, when. I'm sure you guys all want to see the receipts, period. Oh, so I told you guys earlier, okay, on period, Larry Reid then fled the country when he's over there in Ghana, West Africa. Listen to this.
Want to see the video. But that only work if you're on IG. If you're seeing this and you're on TikTok and Facebook or YouTube, no, that ain't gonna work. They didn't even use that. I remember doing that, rubbing my hand gangsta.
I keep on forgetting they didn't block me when. Okay, I'm about to say he didn't block me too. That is crazy because I was today years old when I found out that Bishop Bernard Jordan and Manasseh E. Jordan have both blocked me on Instagram. I was like, that's crazy. Why do they have me blocked? What did I do to them? Did I do something to them? Clown family, let me know in the chat. Should Bishop Bernard Jordan and Manasseh Jordan, these are men of God. They're supposed to be leading people to the Lord. When? Why do they have me blocked on Instagram? But then got Larry leading motherfucking congregation straight to motherfucking. Anyway, y'all like this video, like this video, like this video. It's the Fisher King Payne Show. Act like, Larry Reid has made it to Ghana. He made it successfully out of the Americas win, and he has to take the steps of his ancestors back into Africa so that he can start over, reinvent himself, his new life, and all that. He's doing a photo shoot. Here's a little behind the scenes. Gather in close.
Okay, I don't know if you've seen the video yet, but I had to walk in the footprints of the ancestors to find my way back to Africa, back to myself, back home. If you haven't watched the video, make sure you comment the word overcomer and it will be sent to you. They didn't even use this thing, and I could have broke my neck coming down them. This here was when I put on the suit. Some of y'all were trying to shave me about this suit. And African leaders don't wear shirt and ties. That's of the West. And this is a suit that is a replica of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's suit. Yeah, that's what it was. And this is when I was talking here to Kumi, who is like my spiritual creative.
My spiritual woo. A woo woo woo. Can you woo woo woo? What happened? Larry then went motherfucking crystals and rocks on us, bitch. Like numbers and signs, okay, on here. Like, according to Larry, the blood of Jesus no longer works. And he's off to he's off to find some other things when, okay? Apparently they're over there in Ghana, gathering close.
Twin that I just went on the way up. We done hiked up the mountain there. Oh, that's the first day of the shoot there. Yeah, I think part of that made the video. Comment over, comma, if you want to see the video.
Amazing. Amazing. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. Again, we got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, however you want to done it. We can't do it without your support, Crown Family. So remember to gather and close. The number of the day is 12. We're okay on period. So again, Larry Reid has fled the country. He's over there in West Ghana when messing with them people. Okay, clearly when okay on period. And here's why. Okay, the preachy YouTuber Larry Reid is under fire for promoting a convicted money guru sentenced to 21 months in federal prison. When yes, it did. Gather and close. Gather and close. Okay, apparently Larry Dingleberry Reid had this woman over there on his Patreon, and they were running a scam on his members. And you know, he don't want to do no federal time or any time for that matter, being that the feds have been informed he has downsized, sold all his shit, and moved to Africa. My. Popular YouTube star Larry Reid is being slammed by online critics for once teaming up with a financial advisor recently sentenced to 21 months in federal prison for stealing thousands from her boss. The preachy host of Larry Reid Live billed some of his 160 plus thousand subscribers $24 a month for exclusive Patreon access to hear stock market tips from so-called money guru Rosalind Reams, and executive assistant for a New Hampshire financial advisor. My. Girl, not 160,000 plus subscribers. Not he built his 160,000 plus subscribers, $24 a month for exclusive access to his bullshit. When okay, he was telling these people that they were stock market geniuses and that they can help you with the bull and the bear. And I think it was more or less more of the bull, says Marcellus McMillian, host of the Mad Church Disease YouTube channel. My. For months, the duo appeared in a variety of stage events, touting their Bible-thumping financial wisdom along Bishop Bernard Jordan of New York Zoe Ministries, a self-described master prophet capable of giving followers insight and understanding into what God has planned for you, according to his website. My. Ooh. God didn't tell you about the snake you had in your lawn. He didn't tell you about that pile of shit dingleberried in your pulpit. He just tell you about other people. The God just tell you other people business. He don't tell you your own. That what they were? God only tell you what he got for everybody. He ain't saying nothing about what he had for you. He ain't tell you Larry was gonna come in and tear your whole congregation up. He didn't tell you then Larry was gonna come in and tear your whole congregation up. But you don't hear me though. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Remember to support this video. It's up and it's stuck when the number of the day is 12. Where my trophies at? Okay. She, Weems, was not an investment advisor in any sort of way. Okay, on period. A law enforcement source tells the National Enquirer she was more like a personal assistant or executive assistant, which was wild because she was on speaking tours, gospel wealth kind of stuff, and claiming to be making $20,000 a month. Weems, known for her catchphrase, "I short sales shit," hit a career rollback on September 26, 2022, when she was indicted by the New Hampshire U.S. Attorney's Office for pocketing $52,000 of her boss's Airbnb rent receipts. Court documents show. My. A thief! My. And, according to, sources, her and Larry was over there scamming the girls. This is the National Enquirer. Gathering close. Weems arranged to have the payments diverted to accounts under her exclusive control rather than an account associated with the property's owners, and then use the payments to her own benefit. Oh, not use the payments to her own benefit. U.S. Attorney Jane E. Young charged in a press release. Reid, who touts himself as an actor, commentator, author, songwriter, and spiritual leader, admits he cut ties with Weems before her indictment and claims he was unaware of her 2011 fraud conviction for proliferating more than $311,000 from a pension fund. Larry does that. He starts these little fires everywhere and somehow walks away before anybody sees that he started that motherfucking shit. He tried to do the same thing with TD Jakes. He tried to motherfucking start this motherfucking fire. Everybody thinking that TD Jakes was touching on his boys. TD Jakes is, grooming young man. He was going to have TD Jakes all wrapped up in his lawsuit. He was going to get a little piece of the money. He's going to walk away like he ain't had nothing to do with it. All the while, he's the predator. He's the one that touches little boys. He's the one that be grooming young men. And the official campaign has all other receipts. And, that's alleged because I wasn't there. I wasn't there when on here, but I got the motherfucking receipts though. Like this video. Remember to support the show. It's up and it's stuck here in the home of the lituation. Let's go. Indicted! In August 2011, the now 52-year-old Mississippi native was sentenced to 2 years probation that same year after pleading guilty to one count of wire fraud, federal court records show. When contacted by the Enquirer, Reid explained he split from Weems after a disagreement over the way she was treating customers purchasing the books she was peddling online. There were no charges pending when she was dealing with us, and we separated from her because she was not handling the book sales right, Reid says. I just had her speak on what she was an expert in and had no problem with her until she wasn't sending people who partnered with my platform the books that they were buying. We were shocked like everybody else when we found out what she had done, says the 42-year-old Reid, who asked the Enquirer to send him details about Weems' 2011 case. Weems, who described herself as a book writing financier and the venture capitalist founder of Principal of Wealth Consortia, was unavailable for comment to explain why she ended up using court-appointed defense lawyers, usually for the indignant in both cases. Weems is expected to surrender to begin her prison sentence April 2024. How convenient for Larry. He didn't know the books wasn't getting sent out. Like motherfuckers is ordering hard copies these days. Like how these motherfuckers wasn't getting no motherfucking. How they didn't get the book? Like, stop it. Like, stop it. Like, why they still ordering the book? They not receiving it. It ain't what it's a PDF. It's a fucking ebook. Like, stop it. It's like he's lying. He's lying. How convenient. That whole knew he benefited, he profited when they split the money when okay on period. And when people started to complain that they wasn't making no money, the book was full of shit. Like Larry and his fucking friends. Okay, like Larry and his motherfucking friends. Okay. Larry Reid, like he does, found the back door. Now he over there in West Ghana. Now he over there in West Ghana when okay on period acting like he ain't gonna get caught when okay on period, but the fish campaign has all the receipts. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Oh, but the kid will. You know they hate to see me coming. You know they hate to see me coming. Remember to like this video and support this video with my. What do you guys think about Larry Reid being in Ghana post, not even post, amid TD Jakes lawsuit, amid possible federal indictment? Did Bernard not see this coming? Well, clearly he didn't. Clearly he didn't. Being that he's all broke up on the St. James show when, where the receipts? He's all broke up on the St. James show when, okay, on period. He got these shades on to hide his tears when, okay, on period. But, okay, on period. We see it. We see it. He tore up. He tore up. He all tore up when, okay, on period. He been crying. Okay, on period. He been crying. Okay, on period. Yes, he did. Like, who does that? Like, they need to get out of my playbook, okay, on period, because, like who do these girls think they are? Like, who do these girls think they are? I'm the only girl that does interviews in shades. Like, bitch. Larry wants to be me so weird, like, clearly. And then she got her little girlfriend over there rocking the shades in the interview, too. Like, that's crazy. But you can tell that Larry and Bernard were really close because, you know, they have a lot of similar personality traits. They, you know, dress alike, you know what I'm saying? You know, they both have that you know, that twitch and they walk and all of that. So they have a lot in common. They have a lot in common. I just wish it would be more common for these people to, you know, live in their truth. You know, he said at one point in the interview that he has a family, like Larry has a family. I mean, in the interview, it gets weird at one point, and unless you know how to read like the Fish King Pan, you won't know what he's talking about. So it's a good thing that I'm here. Yes, it is a good thing that I'm here. Yes, it is. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day to be crowned. Would you be mine? Crown family. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Gather in close with, okay, oh, period. Gather in close with. Yes, it did. Remember to like this video and support this video win. Okay. Support this video win. The number today is 12. Where my trophies at? Remember to hop out of the bushes and support if you guys are ready to get into some things. My. All right. Everything being shown to you guys during this video is being shown to you guys underneath the fair use and copyright doctrine. It's my opinion mixed with receipts. Take it however you want to take it. Just don't be weird. There's enough weird ass dusty shit going on these YouTube streets. Leave it to me. I got this, y'all. I got this. I got this. At this time, we've been live an hour and 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and start our 5 on it challenge. We're looking for 10 people to hop out of the bushes and pit. 5 on it. That official King Pang can keep. Like this video. Remember to support the show is up and it's stuck. Let's go. My.
It's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. Let's stay right there in regards to covering. I know we had some other, I did hear that a lot going around now about, coverings and mentors and things like that. And I know you personally recently experienced a disassociation between you and your your mentee. And I talked about it. Prophet Manasseh, he gave me a statement because I wanted to, I asked about something else and Prophet Manasseh did speak to that mentee that you had.
And we're going to get into Prophet Manasseh, what was said, TD Jakes, and how we all got here in just a moment. Like this video, gather in close up and stuck in the home of the situation. Let's go.
Can you speak to that relationship and the breakdown of it, just so we can get an idea? And was it something that was preventable? Just can you speak to it?
Well, the situation that you're speaking about, this is a very, very good question, is that we heard about the breakdown on social media. And so when we first heard about the breakdown, I think sometime last year, someone had posted that this individual,
Larry Reid posted I'm here. What Larry Reid post, girl? What Larry Reid had posted? Like this video. Remember to support the show. We're in the middle of our 5 on it challenge. Let's go.
was no longer no longer connected with me. So so I called them, and it says, "Don't pay no attention to that, Bishop. I'm going to straighten that out." They have it out that you even are purchasing my home and stuff like that, which I never did. And I said, okay. So I trust that. And that was probably about one of the last.
So he called Larry and he asked Larry what's going on. There's some stuff on social media, her twin. And Larry is like, don't worry about that. That's nothing. People are, Larry, he tries to throw him off by throwing something in that has nothing to do with nothing. Like Bishop Bernard is not purchasing his home, but he's like, oh, they're even saying that you're purchasing my home, like, you know what I'm saying? So, trying to correlate the two things, like, oh, they're lying about this, they're lying about that, it's all lies. So he said, he didn't think anything of it until, Larry, is in West Ghana and he not answering or returning his text.
Known conversations. Then things began to escalate, and then I think the election came in, and people know how I voted, and I said, well, no one's going to know how I voted, and that's just it. I voted when I last looked. I pulled the curtain around.
So he clearly confided in Larry, told Larry that he voted for Trump, and then Larry took that information and shared it with his audience and had people leaving the church. Listen to it.
Sacred. Right. It was me and God, and that's the way I leave it. My vote is sacred. I look at it as sacred, and I don't make my pulpit about an election. To me, that's like a wasted moment to take that on there, because I'm going to speak the word of the Lord, regardless of whatever that word is. I'm not going to campaign from the pulpit. I'm just not wired to do that. And so the members of our church were just very clear about that. When that all came out, that not knowing and presuming, and then all of a sudden it was said that I was MAGA, like I was a MAGA prophet.
And a lady left your church because she found out that you voted.
Well, MAGA. She assumed, again, she assumed that I had
voted. You still know shit like that. Larry was running his motherfucking mouth with his messy ass, because that's what his messy ass does. Okay. You sure that God ain't seen no message about Larry's messy ass?
For someone when they did her exit interview, and the counselor said, Bishop, I've been here 20 years. You've never. I said, I know. But that's what social media started creating, that kind of buzz around my name. And so when I did go to the White House, all of a sudden it was.
No, that's right. Shout out to Shrine in the building. We got 1 down, 9 to go in the middle of our 5 on it challenge, Crown family. Remember to hop out of the bushes and support the show. You guys all follow my friend Shrine over there to the support feature and support the show. Yes, it did. It's up for the stuff. What did you expect? Gather in close, gather in close. Remember to like this video and support. Let's go.
Was assumed.
A confirmation.
And yeah, like this is it. He definitely, you know, went in this particular direction. The sad part about that, I think that, number one, if someone told me that they're not going to discuss how they voted, I would move on in the conversation. And I wouldn't use that to make that a part of anything. But yet, I realize God uses whatever he uses in its process.
Yeah.
And my one vote, did it really swing the election?
No.
Could have. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I'm weird. We really don't care about, you know, who you voted for. It's the fact that you shared this with Larry in confidence. Like, how could he? Like, how dare he? Like, who that whole vote for? Can he even vote? Funky ass bitch. Gathering close.
Which other side I voted? See, and that's why it doesn't make sense. And it didn't make sense for people to be in that kind of conversation. And there were people that probably spoke up and said, "Well, that's his vote." They said, "You know, what? Thank God he voted," because there's many about people who didn't vote at all.
Yeah.
And watch this. And your no vote was a vote. You know?
Right. Yeah.
You know? So that's how I heard it. So when I heard on social media, there was not a phone call about it. There was no, you know. But see, I'm old school. Listen, I just turned 66 June 11th. And when we was leaving a church or leaving a space or no longer in agreement, I would go and say, St. James, thank you. I've been a part of your church for a while. I feel I'm no longer a part.
He a Gemini, so he ain't got no problem being two-faced to win. My over there being two-faced with his wife, two-faced with his kids, two-faced with Larry. He said that, you know, the families is close when, so when they, you know, the separation has been hard on them.
You know, especially the closeness of the relationship we've had, right?
Right.
I said, we'll no longer be apart. And I really am, I'm going to move on. And then at that point, my pastor would have says, well, where are you moving on to?
Right.
Because I want to make sure I'm able to give you a letter of recommendation or just making sure you're just going on the right path. This is right. You know, I want to make sure that the work we've done so far.
See, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Larry's supposed to come to him and ask him, you know, if he can move on. And, you know, they've been pouring into Larry. They, you know, they're his mentors. So, you know, if Larry's going to flee or leave or whatever he's doing, he's supposed to come to Bernard. Like, there's an order. This order in the church. Larry is out of order for what he's doing. And Bishop Bernard is sitting with St. James to call him out. Gathering close.
Not going to be in vain because we've been in a relationship now for 6-7 years. And I know what you were.
That was in a way. For the girls in the back who don't know what that word. See, one thing about Larry Means, one thing, they all claim him now. They claim him now. Okay, it's something about that pastor peen win. Okay, up here, they definitely claim them some dingleberry. Listen,
because we've been in a relationship now for 6-7 years.
Did y'all hear that win? Did y'all hear that win? The girls, they definitely claim them some pastor peen. Where Vincent at? Vincent! You had competition the whole time, didn't even know it. My. Here's another one for you, girl.
Because we've been in a relationship now for 6-7 years. And I know what you were when you came.
Right.
And I know what you were when you came. A homosexual. No, Kings. Why? He was delivered. He was delivered when he came. He want women's now. Y'all like this video, like this video, like this video. Fisher Keep got all other receipts gathered and closed.
Know how much you've grown since that time. And I want to make sure that you continue growing, because the last thing we want is that the water that I poured from my well, that well of water is not wasted.
Ooh. He don't want the water that he poured from his well to be wasted. Wow, wow.
Right.
That conversation never, ever took place. And so we've given it space. So since that time, I went into therapy because I had to begin to start looking, because I get whenever you have a major breakup in a relationship, you need to get into therapy and look at it. And through the last...
Wait. I just flatlined. What he said, y'all had a major what?
Major breakup in a relationship. You need...
A major what? Y'all had a major what?
Major breakup in a relationship. You need to get into therapy.
That was for the girls in the back so they can understand. Are we here? I don't know what it is about that Pasipine. Got these girls out here just exposing themselves, girl. My.
Look at it. And through the last...
So that separation caused you to, re-enter into therapy.
Oh, yes.
Is that hurtful?
Almost definitely. Because what happens is that when you bring two congregations...
He's married to a woman friend and he got kids friend. All of that friend. And he tore up about this Larry shit, girl. He tore up about you hear what he said, friend? He tore up the whole, the whole congregation is just tore up.
Together. You don't just rip the relationship, you rip
the whole. You don't just rip the relationship, you rip the whole. Did I say that this video not made for kids? Like this video, like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. We're in the middle of our 5 on the challenge. Where are my trophies at? We're not playing the game today. Y'all not playing the 5 on challenge. Like this video, like this video. Let me see those trophies in the chat. It's up in the stuff. Let's go.
The body. Right? Because there are there's partners that we have of our work that definitely supported that. And we had to walk them through, and that was like, but Bishop, we followed him because of you. We followed him because you endorsed him. I said, I got it.
Yeah.
And I said, and you can make a choice to continue,
right?
Or you can unplug, but make sure you do it without malice. It says we don't want you online typing and stuff and defending. That's not the space or place we come from. Make sure love is always present, right? Make sure love is present, and through that, it says, and hold the space of prayer. And so every time something else comes up, I found it was triggering me. Because now, is there another something I got to address in the body? Like things that are now sounding contrary to what we believe. Like Bishop Jordan, let me make something up. Bishop Jordan, do you believe that the blood of Jesus no longer exists? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The blood of Jesus. Well, I was listening the other day.
My. See, Larry done been backslid. Larry been the slid off the motherfucking map when a long motherfucking time we go over there talking about you don't believe in the blood of Jesus, all kind of shit over there, casting spells and shit, all kind of shit. You remember when he said that he had put Bishop Whitehead's name on a piece of paper and buried it in some black sand and was over there doing chants and shit with conscious TV off the side of a freeway naked with fucking mud all smeared all over their motherfucking ass cheeks. There's a whole lot of shit going on. Leave it. to the Fish campaign to bring some clarity to that situation. That motherfucker been over there dibbling and dabbling, playing and witchcraft, magic, hoodoo, and doodoo in. Yes, it did. The Fish campaign got all the receipts gathering close. Shout out to Lisa, and the Black Butterfly. Yes, it is. Yes, I'll follow my friends over there to support feature and support the show. Now, what is that? 3 down. 7 to go. We're in the middle of our 5 on the challenge. Like this video, and remember to support. Like this video. Larry been a comment, kind of people who follow the man and not God. My. Like this video. Follow my friends over there to support features, support the show. We can't do it without your support. We're in the middle of a 5 on challenge. Where my trophies at? Gathering close.
And I said, okay, we've stayed with the foundation. So when you are dealing with stuff like this, you got to make sure that you don't take your grievance to the pulpit. That's number one. If I didn't do the work of therapy, I couldn't have done the show the way I do it now. I mean, I got people texting me saying, are you really going on St. James' show? Why are you going on? Bishop, you need to remain as a bishop. There's going to be mudslinging. I got people here that are, like, I got people I'm telling them, says, why don't you listen to the show? We're talking about propaganda and stuff that moves people on. Because see, in a person's listening, your listening determines how you listen. If you are.
Period. And I'm over here clocking everything. I'm over here clanking everything, Bishop Bernard. When yes, it did. Ain't nothing getting over this crown. What happened? It's in your listening, honey. My. Who else is taking notes?
Full of junk. You're listening through junk, and so you can only expect. And so you're coloring it with that lens. I says, if you know,
no, you already painted it. You already painted it from your well. You already poured your water, you squirted on it, you painted already. You already painted to that. Where my money at?
Anything about me. I walked in love and says, and most of you out there have talked about me and slandered me and said all kinds of stuff. And then see
Is that why I'm blocked? All I do is cover the nude over here on period. You must sound like what I had to say.
Events and hug me. I mean, what is this? I am one of the most loving prophets. I should have been like a prophet in the Old Testament. How dare you speak about the prophet of God? Let your child be struck with, nah.
I mean, according to an accuser or two, I mean, you and Larry dibble and dabble. Hoodoo, voodoo, and doodoo. So I don't know about all this nice guy shit.
That's not where I'm at. I'm not on that page. But I do know that whatsoever person sows, they reap. So that's how we found out about it. So on the night that I had listened through, the first night when the whole thing about the breakup was happening, and I think Dr. Reid did something.
The breakup. Everybody hashtag the breakup. The breakup. That's why we're all here. The breakup. My. He left without a word. Nothing to say. And all I do is cry. Lord, send me an angel to wipe the tears from my eyes.
Something for 2 hours or something. I was downstairs in the studio. I had listened to about an hour or so, me and a couple of staff members, and we like listening and said, wow. And, we just looked at it and said, well, we got it. It says, we said, that's Larry. And we chuckled about it. But then when I went upstairs, my wife was watching it.
Yes, if you think I'm hilarious, remember to support the show. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle. Right now, we're in the middle of our 5 on it challenge, and we're looking for 7 more people to bid 5 on it. Yes, it did. Because, you know, YouTube taking all of a bad bitch money to win. Okay, 45% out of my check all the way across the board, even your donations. And that's why we support and drop trophies in the chat. Because we can't do it without it. Okay, on period. Yes, it did. I'm going to have to go and sell some ass. Okay, on period in a minute. Yes, it did. Like, gathering close.
And I says, honey, you can go ahead and turn it off. We already know where the stance is, you know, we black. My wife says, no, I want to watch this to the end. And my wife really stood, you know, like she's stood, probably still, she's still.
I'm sure the wives be so invested in figuring out what was going on because, you know, Larry lied to his wife Lisa for years. Lisa knew, but when she would confront the men that Larry was sleeping with, they would lie to her. Like, Tishawn said in the clip that I'm going to play again in a minute here, it was slick way to cult. Like, Master Prophet Jordan, self-proclaimed Master Prophet Jordan, is going to say in the video, yeah, Larry has a family and I have a family. He has a family like I have a family. But these family men, these men of God, do some ungodly stuff within these harems. They be on some demon time, if you know what I mean. There is a secret boys club operating within the church. Pay attention.
Cancel Larry and pray for him. And Lady Jordan just says no. So we were packing to leave out next morning. She sat up until 1:30 in the morning, looking at that show to the very end. And my wife looked. She says, I'm done. I said, what, honey? I said, oh. She says, I'm done. I says, I will.
Trying to figure out what took so long. Why your wife got to tell you to be done with Larry? Y'all should have been done with Larry last year when Larry came forward. Matter of fact, y'all know that I got the receipts. Oh, it's the Official King Payne Show. Act like you know where you're at. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. Okay, it's up and stuff. Y'all should have been done with Larry a year ago. What December 26, 2023 to be exact. Okay, on period. When he came forward, when he sat his ass up on the YouTube winning, when he propped his ass up on his platform and said this right here about your son and your family. The things he said about your son and being in the know, knowing for about a decade that allegedly TD Jakes was grooming, sexually assaulting Prophet Manasseh and other young men, and alleged that he had the evidence in the text messages. Why is Larry not in jail? Oh, I forgot he's over there in West Ghana. But can we not extradite from there? Like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. It's up and it's stuck. Yeah, I got the receipts. Waiting for you. Gathering close. Remember to support us up and it's stuck.
Everything else he discussed in this video, he experienced it at the hands of Bishop T.D. Jakes. And he told me it was Bishop T.D. Jakes. This is not the only situation or the only person that has a testimony or story like this. For Manasseh, it was grooming. And the grooming was excessive, manipulative, and he did confront Bishop Jakes about it and how he was handled. I was instrumental in getting Prophet Manasseh and his father, Bishop Ebenar Jordan, back talking. They were estranged at the time. He then began to get mentored by Prophet Hargrove. That mentor.
So according to Larry Reid, the reason he didn't tell Prophet Jordan that Manasseh was being groomed or touched by TD Jakes is because they was estranged at the time, which means that Manasseh wasn't talking to his father, which is why he was ultimately confided in Larry. Larry, cut the cap. Okay, on period. Little freak, nasty, fucking perverted ass was probably hoping that you get you a little piece. Fuck is you talking about? You protected this alleged child predator all of these years. Yeah, some man of God you are.
Worship started before him and his father was estranged. Then Hargrove died. Then Benny Hinn began to mentor Prophet Manasseh Jordan. For those of you that ask, he is not talking about Benny Hinn. He is talking about Bishop Jakes, who he went to afterwards. Because then Manasseh started having to fight a whole lot of things in the media, which you Google, you can find. And he sort of fell in the proverbial arms of Bishop T.D. Jakes. And when he did, instantly the grooming began. He wanted him to call him daddy. Now, mind you, Bishop Jakes can pick up the phone and call Bishop Jordan. But
you were calling him daddy. Even after the grooming was brought to your attention, you continued to call T.D. Jakes daddy. So what does that say about you? Like this video, like this video, like this video.
Manasseh to call him daddy. He began to question Manasseh about what was his struggles, what did he like, what was he into? Was he into men or was he into women? If he's into men, then what you like about this? If he's into women, he began to get into, he was attracted to Manasseh, plain and simple. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it was the way he went about it. Your sexual character is more important than your sexual preference. Bishop Jordan, right now, and his family is traumatized because for some of them, it's the first time they heard it. The whole family is traumatized, but the whole family going to be there for Manasseh because he's not standing on his own.
My. Oh, Larry Dingleberry Reid. My. Larry Dingleberry Reid. The nerve. The nerve. He's again been accusing T.D. Jakes of being everything that he's been accused of for some time, even alleged that he had the receipt. Okay. Here's the receipt that he shared with us. This is the alleged text message between T.D. Jakes and Manasseh. That Larry Reid is alleging that is a part of the grooming. He sent this to Manasseh in the middle of the night, 2:30 a.m. And he said in the picture, you can tell that he's flexing. What I will say, this picture looks a lot like that picture that Tyler Perry sent the man he's being sued by right now. Like, it's giving like, don't you see this bad bitch in the picture? Whole time you looking at the canvas in the background, like, oh, that's a nice photo. And he's like, oh, you don't see the bad bitch sitting over here in the pink polo? Oh no, that's a nice pink polo though. It's very much so. It does give that, but this receipt doesn't prove anything. So this would be one of the first times that, Larry would come for T.D. Jakes and allege that he has information and receipts, victims and evidence proving that T.D. Jakes is somehow a child predator, only for T.D. Jakes to respond, sue Dwayne Youngblood, the man that Larry was collaborating with to perpetuate these lies. And for Larry Reid to flee the country, knowing that ultimately his name is being added to the lawsuit. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. What does this text message prove? Does this prove that TD Jakes was grooming Manasseh? What it proves is that TD Jakes, that Larry Reid is a fucking mess and he's nobody's fucking friend. Like, how dare you put this bullshit on the internet without taking it to Bishop Bernard first, your mentor? Like, how dare you? Like, if this is true, like, Bishop Bernard should be should care more about the fact that someone hurt his child. Larry Reid knew about it and didn't tell him, and he found out via the internet. Right? You tore up about a man that would allow your child to be sexually pursued for years and not tell you. This is a man that you have up under you, that you're mentoring, that you put on, that you showed how to become a millionaire. Only for him to use your family and your children against you. Why did your wife have to tell you that he's not good for us? Oh, I'm done. Why? You should have been done with him when he did this shit. When he said this shit. You should have knew back then to go ahead and cut your line and to never allow Larry Reid in close proximity to you again. But here you are, years later, talking about you're so hurt and you back in therapy and you so traumatized. There have been so many red flags over the years. No wonder you have me blocked on social media, because I've been calling out the bullshit for a year. Instead of acting like I'm the enemy, you just listen and take in and save yourself some of that trauma that you're talking about on the same thing. I tried to tell you about Larry and the fucking predatory thing a long time ago. Yes, yeah, a lot of people. Thank you, friend. Talk to Patricia. 5 down, 5 to go. You guys all follow my friend Patricia over there to support me, to support the show. Meow. Where my trophies at? Yes, it did. Thank you, Patricia. Like this video, Remember to support the show. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, however you want to done it with. My. Larry Reid. Larry Dingleberry Reid. My. Back on your neck, girl. I know these girls hate to see me coming. I know they hate to see me comment. Win. Yes, it did. I know they hate to see me comment. Win. Furthermore, Manasseh never said TD Jakes' name. He said that there is grooming going on in the church. He talked about the power dynamics in the church and how the grooming happens and what people need to look out for, and that he's a victim. He said that he was a victim, but he never put a name on it. Less than 24 hours later, Larry was live with that raggedy ass text message alleging that he's known the whole time, and the man that he's talking about is TD Jakes. TD Jakes should have sued him back then. But unlike the official King Payne, okay, TD Jakes, opted to show him grace. My. Everybody don't deserve your kindness. Everybody don't deserve your kindness. Because some people take your kindness as weakness. Larry Reid saw TD Jakes as a way to bring in the big bucks. If I lean into these narratives about TD Jakes, if I perpetuate this these rumors about Jakes, then I can make a lot of money being in the gospel community. And that's what he did. He attacked Jakes for years, and Jake seemed weak because he would not respond until he did. My. And again, where's Larry? My. I gotta get some people over there in West Ghana. Where my Ghanaians at? Okay. We need boots on the ground over there in West Ghana. Okay. We need to be tracking our targets. Yes, y'all like this video? Remember to support the show. Hey Danny, I'm so glad that you can make it. Yes, it did. We're in the middle of a 5 on the challenge. We got 5 down. We're looking for 5 more people to hop out of the bush to put 5 on it. It's up and it's stuck here in the home of the lituation. Remember to like this video, support this video, and know that we can't do it without your support. Let's go. Where my money at? Where my trophies at? Okay, on period.
Find a way to get out of Patreon. I'm totally done. So at this point, I'm ministering to her. So now I've got to deal with my family.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about breaking up when people get divorced. You know, I say, well, I got to do me. Yeah. It's more than just you. There's a community that you pull together. And so, and when my wife gets through, because usually I am the heavy person and my wife is like softening me up. You know, Steph's Bishop, I'll talk with him and get him pretty much straight down. You know how Bishop is.
Yeah.
This way it went reverse. And my wife was like, I had never seen her this way with anyone. And I think, and then it's kind of bothered her then. And then they said, the children are, it felt like the children are with me, Vanessa is here doing this and,
right.
And so now her children are being brought into it.
Yeah.
And as a mother, she was like, wait, is he pulling my children against their father? Now, this is speaking as a mother, okay, not as a prophetess, right? But as a mother.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to even play with the safety of your children, like, why? Where's the doubt in your mind? Why is there doubt in your heart? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm lost.
And I'm saying, okay, it's gonna be important to walk in love so that we don't miss the blessing of the Lord as a community. Just walk in love.
Yeah.
And so the children on their own started taking their stand. And with that, it was very, very, because our families were somewhat together. Yeah. And I think a lot of times people don't realize.
Larry and all them naggers live in one house together. So, try to get what he means when he's doing all of this. Like, they live like this. This is how they live. They families and things, when they doing all that DL, undercover, down low. This is what they families is doing, because the men's is not around. All the men's is hanging out. The men's is on retreats. The men's is going out the country. So the wives and the children hanging out, I'm just saying, like, this is what the men doing. They ain't never, but the girl, Larry, and these they don't be having no woman retreats. The women don't never be doing nothing. The women don't never over there at NBN, over there at the NBN network. This is what they do. I'm just saying, if you're a woman, I wouldn't join that network unless you like to stay at home with the kids and never go on vacation, and you don't really care for your husband because he ain't ever gonna be at home. His ass gonna be motherfucking Jamaica, Punta Cana, Aruba, motherfucking Dubai or whatever, playing in booty and doo-doo. Oh, yes it is. Yeah. I mean, that's what allegedly. I mean, it's all alleged. You know what I'm saying? According to Levante, the women that go to the NBA and they like women. So the couples, the men's is with the men's and the women's is with the women. It's just a whole lot of shit going on. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to pull a clip from Levante because he can explain it when, because girl, like I said, it's a cult. Shout out to the Mad Church Disease in the motherfucking building. Yes, you made the news, friend. You was on the National Enquirer. Yes, it did. We were just reading the quotation that they took from your show. Shout out to the Mad Church Disease in the building. Whenever you guys get a chance, make sure that you guys are checking out the Mad Church Disease right here on the YouTube and subscribe. Yes, it did. What do you think about Larry leaving the country? Do you think he's coming back? Or do you think that he's leaving ahead of possible indictment? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Better yet, if you want to come on up and let us know your thoughts, here is the link. When we love to hear from you. Like this video. It's up and stuck here in the home of the situation. Let's go.
There are breaks in ministry, especially, I don't care if you're in the denomination, the splits or whatever. Mm-hmm. The people that are friendship and aligned, it's difficult for people to be aligned. And that's why there's a good way to break away.
Oh, the Mad Church said he don't want to come back. He running. He running now. Larry is on the run. I tried to told y'all when. I told y'all way back when Larry was gonna flee. Yes, it did. Gathering close.
It could have broke away that people being on both tracks and say, how you doing? And we've had people that have left here and has come back here and left here and hit our blessings, and we've even made it public. They're moving on in a new direction, and they pop in and pop out, and then they're back here laboring again and once again, keeping us in prayer, bringing a report to us. But this here was this here one was a challenge. Ooh. Because we know what we poured. So during the work, and I'll be in therapy for a while around this and a lot of other things.
Oh, he said this is gonna keep him in therapy. He said he's gonna be in kid therapy for a while. On period. Ooh. What did you do to that whole Larry? What did you do to that whole Larry? That whole congregation? Larry got Bernard all fucked up. All fucked up and bothered when on period. He said he gonna be in therapy for some time. Okay, yes it is. Oh,
because I think the question came up as to why. Because see, nothing can show up in your.
And remember to like this video and support this video. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, however you want to done it. Make sure that you guys are supporting this video. Right now we're in the middle of the 5 on a challenge. You can't do it without your support. Gathering close.
Life, unless you have the map for it. Why do you create these maps where betrayal becomes present?
Oh,
and so that's what's we're working through. And
Larry betrayed him in such a way. He feels like why? Why does he always create these traps where people could come in and just betray him? It's just crazy. He keep doing it this. Okay. He said, Lord, deliver me. Because all I seem to do is hurt me. Oh, hurt me. Then why? Why, Larry? Why you betray me like that, Larry?
Because see, once there's betrayal, you've got to go back to childhood and start seeing where did the first one begin.
Ooh, took him back to his childhood, honey, girl. Had him over there reminiscing of the first time a man hurt his heart. I mean, gathering close, like this video. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, win the midst of a 5 on a challenge win. Okay, I'm here. We got 5 down, 5 to go. Where the Crown family at? Let me see those trophies in the chat. Let's go. Make sure that you're liking this video and sharing this video. Let's get these likes up, win.
Yeah.
Right. And so what this has brought up, it brought up everyone that has felt like betrayal. It brings up the lineage of all of them. So now all of these individuals, I've got to begin to now give voice to, because now we're looking at what are the similarities and what can you do differently. And so this is where the therapy comes in, which has been helpful. It has helped me out a lot. And one of the things that I came away with the conclusion is that what I called friendship wasn't friendship.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had to get that it was more of a business transaction.
Oh, I almost forgot. When, okay, on period. Larry has fled the country again because of comments he's made about TD Jakes being a groomer, a child groomer and predator. Yes, he did. A rapist, amongst other things. And unlike TD Jakes, okay, Larry has actual accusers. You know, Larry has young men who are alleging that he touched on them, as opposed to Larry coming online saying, well, I know people that said things, you know, in passing. The people, the actual victims, have come forward and are alleging that Larry touched on them. Listen to this.
I was, groomed by Larry Reid. There was one instance where he was like trying to see if I would show him, like he wanted me to adjust myself, but while I was in his room. And, I was like, all right, I'll go to the bathroom. And he was just like, no, you can do that right here. He would always ask, he would always be like, what kind of drawers you got on? Because I can see that these is the kind of, these underwear look good on you. He would always point out, oh, my butt is getting bigger. But they were always very particular on, how I showered, how much time I spent in the shower, how I washed my body, making sure my private parts were, wasn't exposed and stuff like that. He would always point it out. As a kid, you're thinking, this is somebody above me, he has my best interest at heart, he cares about me. And the entire time is really him grooming you to how he would want you to be. And it wasn't until I got a little older that I started to realize it was like a cult.
Okay, we got a special guest in the motherfucking building. So I played that video to show you guys that Larry has accusers out here. Like, he over here accusing people, but what about the motherfuckers accusing you? Just saying. It makes sense, right? My. Without further ado, shout out to Bad Church Disease in the building. Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I just had to get up here first of all and say shout out to you for doing such great work.
Thank you.
I saw you over there dealing with all of this riot stuff that we got going on in LA, South Los Angeles. So thank you so much for the good work that you're putting in there, you know, and just your consistent content creation period. Because I know this is not this ain't easy work.
Not
and
at
so
all.
for you to keep doing it, you know, just shout out to you for that. But I just had to come up here and show some love because, you know, we support you, you know. Daryl Moore and I, you know, we give you much
Shout out
big
to Daryl Moore. Make sure that you guys are following the Daryl Moore Show right here on YouTube as well. Yes.
So we appreciate you. But I just came up in case, you know, I just talked about on my platform today, you know, TD Jakes just added another attorney to this case with Dwayne Youngblood, and everybody is waiting to see whether or not Larry is going to be added to this lawsuit. You know, everybody is most certainly thinking he probably is going to be added to this lawsuit. And so that's
I
where
haven't been
we're
following too much. Last I seen in the lawsuit that the judge was asking them to turn over their like electronic devices and their text messages and stuff, but they never did that. So what happened
man,
with
this case is a mess, man. All I'm gonna say is one thing: Tyrone Blackburn. That's all you need to say. Tyrone.
But didn't he just drop from the case? Like he don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, he sent a one-line thing to the court asking the judge to let him out of the case. The judge said, no, that ain't gonna happen. So he has 3 dates this month. In the month of July, I went over that today. July 11th, which is less than 48 hours. And y'all got to keep in mind what I'm about to say. Now, for real, Kingpin, think about what I'm about to say. It is now the month of July. Tyrone Blackburn has never answered the original filing from TD Jakes in the lawsuit. All that paperwork that he kept sending to the court, and he kept sending all that bull, you know, I don't want to curse on here, but he kept sending all this bull stuff to the court. And now the judge says by July 11, you have to respond to the original request. Okay, I'm just saying. The man's been using AI for his filings, dude. He's been using AI. He got caught. I swear to God, I can't make this up.
That's crazy.
He's been using AI, bro. It's crazy. It's hilarious.
They got an AI attorney. I need to get me one. Yeah. How much they cost? Okay.
Oh man, it's just been interesting, and I'm like, oh wow. But you know, he's got till and then he has to go to court on July 24th. The judge is there. Possibly he's going to get hit with sanctions in this case because you can't use AI to respond. This dude did so much stuff. You know, Kingpin, I can't even take all the time to tell y'all. He used AI. He left out whole parts of the case law trying to prove a certain thing. And I've been watching this Diddy thing. Even when some of the clients he had with the Diddy stuff, some of those clients, they like fired him because he was doing stuff. And you know, it wasn't doing the right thing. It's just crazy. The whole thing's nuts.
Absolutely. And we know that Larry Reid is being added to the lawsuit because if you guys have read the lawsuit, he was mentioned as one of the Johns.
No, he was mentioned as co-conspirator number 1.
A co-conspirator number 1. So he's ultimately going to be added. So this kind of gave him a heads up. And he started down. Did you see the downsides? He was selling everything.
Oh, yeah. He had a yard sale in a mansion. He's trying to convince everybody, you know, I'm having a yard sale. You know, most rich people don't have yard sales. They don't have yard sales. At least the rich folks that I know, they have estate sales. They don't have yard sales. But I'm just saying, what do I know? I'm just a vlogger.
I don't got no damn yard yet. It's coming, but I ain't got to scam nobody to get it. Okay?
Absolutely.
So, do you know anything about this whole stock guru that he has scamming the people over there on Patreon?
The new one or the old one?
What's the lady name?
Who you talking about? Rosalind Weems?
Rosalind Weems, yeah.
Yeah, Rosalind is in.
You got a new one?
Yeah. Rosalind is in federal prison right now. And her whole situation was another thing, dude. Well, she was working for and I guess dating a man who worked in the industry, in the stock industry. She was like his administrative assistant. So all of the tips and stuff that she was getting, she was pretty much getting from him and regurgitating that stuff into the private Patreon, whatever, and charging these people all of this money. Bottom line, it was fraud. It was all fraud. And that's what I talked about on my show when Larry was talking about, she's so smart. She knows the bull and the bear. And I said, she knows more of the bull than she do the bear. Cause that's just bull. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. And so we put it out there, but to be honest with you, I have been contacted by at least 9 to 10 people who have lost thousands of dollars in Larry's Patreon.
Send them my way. I want to, interview. You know what I'm saying? The floor is open.
And you know what we're doing? And I'm considering doing, like, they've been asking me, like, is there a lawsuit we can file? Like, is there anything we could do? And I'm like, I just want to kind of steer them in the direction they need to go, first. And in that way, they can sort of make the decisions on what they want to do. But I think it's just sad that these people, I know one of the persons has lost like 30 grand. She lost $30,000 in there.
I was just listening to some story about a lady who lost 12,000. So I'm like, that's crazy. These, they should definitely sue. They should definitely sue. Somebody said that, he may be possibly indicted amid this, because they're still investigating Rosalind.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna submit some stuff. Well, and I was supposed to call some people. I'll just put it that way. And I've just been a little busy and I hadn't had a chance to call them yet. But I want to call them and see what they want us to do with these people. Because I got people that have literally emailed me regarding this situation. And I just kind of been like, I'll let them kind of handle it. But now that I see how people are just not repentant, these people run around here trying to pretend like they didn't do anything wrong. You have a fiduciary responsibility. If you're bringing people on your platform, especially in your private paid group, you have a responsibility to vet these people. You just can't let everybody show up on your platform and sell stuff to your audience and mislead them. But, it is.
Why is he even doing that? Did you see the interview with St. James and Bishop Bernard?
I did see it. Yes, sir, I did.
Bishop Bernard alleged that, he made Larry a millionaire. And, part of the reason he does things like that is so that, they can go and pour into other people. He said, part of the thing that, alarmed him about Larry is that no one around Larry has money. He's the only millionaire in his harem of men. Like,
True. Very, very true statement. And, the thing about Bernard said something at the end of that clip you just played. It's all transactional. Everything with him and Larry was all transactional. Larry ended that relationship and lied on Bernard. Only reason why he lied on that man is because Larry could no longer afford to be mentored by Bernard Jordan. It costs to be mentored by Bernard Jordan. From what I understand,
what is the cost?
Well, one of his people came on my platform a while ago, and she said, I think at the beginning of the year, it's like 52,000.
Wow.
That's just the start. That's the low end. It's like 52 grand. And he only takes, I think, either 15 to 16 people a year to mentor. But it's either 50. I might be lowballing it, but just for some odd reason, 50,000 is a number that is ringing in my head. But yeah, you got to pay 50 grand. And Larry has been said to give this man. Larry said out of his own mouth he done gave him like $3 million. So it costs to be mentored by Bernard Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a transaction here. Maybe you could tell me this may be one of those 52. How much does it cost? $52,000.
Like 50. I think Tasha Global said it's like 52,000. I think, or 50,000. It's like $50,000. That's just the start. That's the low end.
My, and it must be so. They must get they get the title. They get to scam people. You know what I'm saying? Larry been scamming people for years under Bernard's umbrella. So I mean.
Well, but that's the truth. And I mean, people, and that. I know that, and the people on the internet know that. So you own it. You own, and it's just you're just being honest and you're just saying what it is.
Absolutely. And I got this transaction here. I want you to take a peek at between Bishop Bernard and someone else. Hold on once again. Is this the $52,000 transaction you talking about? My. Hold on, let me pull it up right here. What do you think is going on in this photo? What kind? Did he just get $52,000 right here?
That's a good question. I don't know.
This a new mentee?
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. And when did that person meet? Oh, anyway, these people, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
What I will say is that you can tell that Bishop Bernard has been heavily influenced by Larry. If I do not make me go back and pull up old pictures of Bishop Bernard, because he looked a mess before he met Larry. He look a mess now, but before he met Larry, he looked a mess. The sunglasses, the way he dresses, the little swag, the chains, all that came from Larry.
I would say part of it probably did. Mm-hmm.
A lot of men don't really, you know what I'm saying, pick up those type of characteristics and traits unless they.
Well, I know the first time they got together, they both went to a concert together, dressed in matching velour jumpsuits.
Matching.
They was matching, and it was matching, and I was like, I've never seen two men wear matching velour suits and go to a concert together. And then on top of it, it was the Kevin Terry concert. And if you don't know who Kevin Terry is, he was the gospel artist who, was caught having, we'll say relations with another man on video. And that was the concert that Larry and Bernard went to when they first.
And my whole thing is, the reason I brought that up, because is Larry Reid supposed to be the mentor, or was Bernard supposed to be the mentor? The way that Bernard is all broken up, it almost seems as though he was being mentored by Larry instead of the other way around. The way that he changed himself to be Larry's mentor. It's like, why did you change so much? Why do you look like a whole new being? And Larry looks like Larry been doing like the little swag stuff. I think he was trying to compete with more of the what's the bling bling Bishop?
You talking about Lamar Whitehead?
Lamar Whitehead. I feel
he was jealous. He was jealous of Lamar Whitehead's relationship with Bernard Jordan, and that's why he treated Bernard. He treated Lamar Whitehead the way that he did, and did all of those whole shenanigans, which they never apologized to Lamar about, saying that he set up that robbery in his church. Now, yeah, he did some illegal stuff, but he didn't do that. Right? He didn't do that, and no one came back to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm sorry, we messed up. That wasn't correct." But they just lied on the man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. It is what it is. But
apparently, they was over there doing voodoo and hoodoo and everything else.
and Larry lives for his voodoo now. He lives for his voodoo.
But the thing is Bishop Bernard over there doing the voodoo with him, because that's what's being said.
In my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion. My guess would be, my estimation would be yes, because I've watched Bernard Jordan over the years, and I think all of them are doing, Eastern mysticism. They're doing a whole lot of stuff, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but people still giving them their money. They still doing what they do.
You got to be careful with who you follow. When I was saying before you came up here is that, I don't feel like a lot of women would be inclined to follow this church, because all you see is the men taking trips, the men going on vacation, the men outside. When you don't never see the woman doing nothing. They don't never have no retreat for the ladies or nothing. They just.
Yeah. It's not a situation where women are going to be most certainly feeling comfortable. I'll tell you that. You're going to be somewhere in the room. You won't be at the pool with them. Because you look at the pictures. You got the pictures. It's the women are nowhere ever around. They're never around. I'm just keeping it 100. It is what it is.
Did you see the video CTV made in response to Bernard speaking out? It was like he was denouncing Larry also. I feel like they all feel some type of way because Larry left and he didn't give them a notice.
Well, CTV constantly keeps getting checked by Larry. And I have to say this, he just doesn't have a spine. He just doesn't have a spine. You know,
well, I mean, if Larry paying the bills, I'm not going to be arguing with him too much.
Yeah, but if I get that, but here's my thing: as a grown man, regardless of if somebody else is paying the bills, you're doing something to get those bills paid, right? Which means you deserve some level of respect, and you deserve to be respected and treated properly, no matter what you're contributing to the situation, right?
Absolutely.
And so in my estimation, and I've said this on my platform, and I'll say this here. If he's going to be his mentee, Larry needs to respect him and respect his opinions, respect what he says instead of gaslighting him, disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying? He's very disrespectful to that young man, but that's just my opinion.
And he shouldn't be broke, according to Bishop Bernard. When he shouldn't be broke. Like, why is this nigga eating Lunchables every day? Like, according to my inside track, okay, who's been inside of Conscious's home, he eats Lunchables every day and he's scared to leave the house because people point and make fun of him. But you ain't heard that shit from me.
No comment.
He over there making like he don't want to go outside. He don't want to be around Larry friends. They don't want to be around you.
But you know why that really started though, right? That started because of William McCrae. You know why that whole thing between the two of them, right?
Yeah, because he feels like he's the William McCrae to Larry's motherfucker. I don't know.
No, because William said that CTV had the package, and Larry never corrected him and never cleaned that up. He just left that out in the air like that. And because William said, "Oh, well, your friend has it," and he was like, "Well, who are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, the conscious fella." And Larry just like, "Oh, I don't know anything about that," and all of this stuff. And so that was really hurtful.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was really hurtful. And so that just started the whole snowball of a situation. Like a couple of days later, that young man came out. He had a video where he was all emotional and crying, and I thought, "Oh, that just."
Yeah, I remember that too. But just because he windmills for Larry doesn't mean that Larry has to windmill for him. And at the end of the day, you're windmilling for Larry because he's a bigger figure. Like, he's a public figure. Like, that's how you come to know him. Like, Larry shouldn't have to windmill for just because you're his number one motherfucking cadet on, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't mean that he needs to come off of his motherfucking throne to start throwing rocks with you every time you get into some shit. Like, so you chose to throw mud, that's on you.
But if you're a friend of somebody or you claim to be a friend,
how close can they really be on social media?
He got he flew him out a couple of times. Don't that make it a little closer?
You're right. They are closer, but they like us to believe that they're not. They with like are y'all fucking or you're not fucking? Like, it's like one day you want to be supporting him, windmilling for him. He could look like Larry could do no wrong, and then one day you feel like, oh, he's not protecting you, or he didn't act in the way that your man should. If you think about it, the way that he want Larry to protect him is the way that a woman would expect her man to come swinging for her. Like, Larry's not your man.
Well, maybe he feels like he is his man.
Is he? Because it seems like it. Like, no shade. It seems like it. And when me and Conscious were friends, he told me that him and Larry used to go on rendezvous. They used to go on dates. Larry used to fly him out. There was a conference that Larry had a long time ago, and Larry flew him out to this conference. And he said when he was at the conference, he was so embarrassed because Larry walked past him and didn't say nothing to him. And they was taking pictures, and Larry didn't come and take a picture with him. So he went back to the hotel that Larry paid for, and Larry contacted him, and pretty much, they made up or whatever, and then Larry came to the room and they ate together. I guess that's kind of when they established that they were better off, hanging in private, because
wow,
you see how Conscious comes outside, so it's just like, and then Larry supposed to
But
be this man of God, and it's just
but
it's a
but
lot.
he can come outside like that because that's him being his authentic self.
Right.
I don't look at him in that situation as the problem. The
I feel
problem
like
is
Larry being closeted at the time, it was a problem for him to be seen with conscious.
correct.
So that's
Do you
what.
think at the time, because you said at the time, do you not still think that Larry is trying to be closeted?
No, I think that this party. I mean, everybody know now. You know, after Lester, after Vincent, Levante, Daquan, Tashawn, I never think you know.
But Larry says he's not. Larry
No,
said,
there's been times where he said, I mean, I've seen videos where he's like, you know, I'm living in my truth and stuff like that. Like he was just on
really? He said
his
that already?
birthday,
Oh, I
this
never
year.
heard it. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to pull the clip.
Oh
Yeah, Larry,
wow.
he's trying to. I think he's trying to live in his truth. I mean, what are y'all thoughts?
Yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts too, because I'll definitely. I did. That's interesting to me.
What do you
That's
think he's
very.
doing over there in Africa? Is he starting a new ministry? You know, he's walking away from the NBN network. And all right, is the NBN network Prophet Manassas, or is that a
No,
separate entity?
that's still Larry's.
Also, he's
I don't
starting
know
the
what
NBN
Larry's
over
doing.
there in Africa.
I just know he's supposed to be building a farm in Africa. He hired one person. I don't know why he's trying to get a farm. Maybe he's trying to do like Khalees and get some property and get a farm.
They're trying to get that free land like everybody else.
I don't
You know,
get it.
Word on the
What does
city is he
Larry
done
know
ran out of
about
money.
farming?
He don't have to know too much. He got a whole congregation of people that are willing to fly out and follow him over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's some
Like,
Jim Jones stuff, if you ask me. That's Jim Jones.
Conscious TV be on the first flight.
Yeah.
Okay. Larry said, I can't pay your rent over there in America no more, but you come stay over here with me in Ghana. Okay. The conscious is gone. Okay.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be very tough. That's gonna be tough. But I celebrate you, my friend. I got to get out of here. I'm still cooking.
Thank you.
You did a great job on that LA stuff. I appreciate that. Even when you don't know, people are watching you, sir. People are watching you. So you're doing good work. And I want you to shine, continue to grow. I want your platform to continue to grow. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all support his platform. Make sure that you support him financially. You know, it's not easy to do this work and to come out here and to consistently provide good content and give you good information. You know, a lot of the stuff that you get from King Payne, a lot of other platforms don't have. I'm just going to keep it 100. They don't have it, you know, so you're going to get the information here. So make sure you support, make sure you financially support, you hit the like button and you share these lives. So we want to see King Payne continue to grow. King Payne, I appreciate you greatly, highly. That's from my heart. I really do appreciate you and all the work that you have done and continue to do.
Thank you.
And so I just want you to keep
you
growing.
too. I appreciate you too. You over there doing the work too. So you have to make sure that you guys subscribe to Mad Turf Disease right here on the YouTube. And again, I want to thank you so much for coming up and sharing with us today.
You're welcome. Thank y'all. And make sure y'all support him. Again, I'm saying that again. Y'all need to support financially, not just with your like, but y'all do need to be sending a few dollars over his way. I'm just saying. All right, my friend. Thank you much.
Yes, we got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, however you want to done it. Make sure that you guys are supporting the show. When we can't do without your support. The number today is 12. Right now, we're in the middle of our 5 on it challenge. When like this video, and support. If you guys are supporting the show, make sure that you guys drop those trophies in the chat so we can acknowledge you. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. We got a lot of things to get into. When okay on period. Jumping back over to the interview. Jump back over to the interview. I thought it was very interesting that he was talking about transactions. When we caught that transaction between Bernard and Stormisha Mokoshayala, J. Jenkins for Zeke. Yes, it did. I was like, what do you think about that transaction? Right. What do you think about this transaction right here? Tell me about it. Yes, it did. Like this video. Remember to support the shows up in the stuck. Let's go.
And when and I wouldn't have discovered that until I had to write down all of my resentments and all of my regrets. I had to write down a list, and it was pages of regrets, resentments. And I had to write down everything I regret. I regret meeting this one. I regret having dinner at this time. I regret, him celebrating my birthday. I regret celebrating his birthday. We
like this video.
And when I went through all of this, and I had a catharsis, an emptying out in that space, and I got in a place of peace, It says, there's nothing. And the thing that stuck out is when I kept saying, but if he never, stopped the relationship, I said I would be still here pouring into him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that kept getting. That's the thing that kept getting the coach triggered. She said I couldn't.
If he never stopped the relationship, if Larry never stopped the relationship, I would still be here pouring into him. And my whole thing is, why did Larry have to stop the relationship? Like, you don't have enough discernment? Why did your wife have to tell you the leader? Like, Larry was in violation. Again, sharing your personal, not even sharing with you. He didn't even tell you that allegedly TD Jakes touched your son, but he's online telling other people. And this is supposed to be your mentee, your friend, your bestie. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I guess you didn't see that sign.
Rest. She says, why would, if a friend hurts you, you're not going to be still pouring. She says, this was a contractual, whether, spoken, unspoken, that was broken, that walked away. And now you got to come to a place of accepting it. And so I've come to a place of accepting it. I got into a place of peace that I can talk about it. So, those of you that came here for a mudslinging moment with a St. James show, I'm sorry, I have nothing there for you. The only water I have is the water of love, of pouring out. And I think what it did teach me is that sometimes we can pour too much.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can want more for you than you want for yourself. And I guess you might have saw some of that when we were, setting up the show here. I said, forgive me for coaching you. I said, I can't help it. I said, okay. I'm here trying to give you the ad. When I was talking with the president of Virginia Union, he said to me, you're a real giving person. He says, your map of giving is that whatever you find new, I'll give it away to everybody. Giving is who I give. I love and give. I give. And I don't want to change that. I just want to qualify the grounds that I can pour it into.
Yeah.
So that.
Like this video, like this video, like this video. Win. Yes, dear. Remember to support the show. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, crypto, however you want to do it. Know that we can't do without your support. Gathering close.
So that the work that we do, which is sacred, is not pissed on at the end of the day.
Do you feel any reconciliation with Larry, or you think that it is?
Yeah. There will be reconciliation. He will have to come back this way.
Ooh.
You cannot unlove the master prophet.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing but love here. The connection probably won't be the same because it's hard to. It's like this. Have you ever hit your knee, or better yet, have you ever hit that corner toe on the side of the bed in the middle of the night?
My. We're in the middle of our 5 on it challenge. Remember to hop out of the bushes and put 5 on it. Make sure that you guys are supporting the show and know that we can't do it without your support. Let's go.
And every time you walk past that bed, even 5 years later, what do your toes do?
They crunch up.
They crunch up, right?
Yeah.
So every time I hear Larry Reid's name, I crunch up.
Ooh.
Right.
I know Larry Dingleberry Reid is so cringe. Like, I get it. I totally get it. My. Put a 1 in the chat if you get it. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't get it. Remember, this is the interactive segment of the day. Like this video and remember to support. Let's go.
And that's called trauma, right? And so I've been traumatized, and I'm working through it. And my coach says you'll get to a point one day. It won't be today, but you get to a point where they'll walk in the room and nothing but love is present, and you won't remember any of this. And that's what we understand. When Jesus says, can you forgive your brother? Yeah, 70 times 7 in a day. Why 70 times 7 in a day, St. James? Because forgiveness is not a one-time act. Forgiveness is an ongoing thing that you keep doing, because forgiveness is a mountain with no top. And so that's the practice of our faith, is the love, the ability, the capacity to forgive, even in trauma, until I can get totally whole.
Yeah, but I ain't saying nothing about letting nobody play with your family. Like, no, no, So like he ready to allow Larry to keep on playing. Like, girl, no, Mm-mm. His wife had to tell him that we're done with Larry.
Where my toes no longer crunch up when I walk by that corner of that bed.
I'm listening to you, and I'm listening to the hurt that you experienced and the trauma that you experienced. I'm just trying to figure out, was it just because of the way he parted, or was it a series of events that led up to the party? Because just the way that he chose to depart was it that bad, or was it a series of things that kind of the departure?
You know, why are you so broke up about Larry? Just because he left? I mean, he's just your mentee, right? Like, what's tea? Like, what are we missing? What's keeping you up at night? What's got you all broke up? What got your whole tour? I mean, what got the congregation all tore up?
Broke the camel's back, as they say.
Right.
Or was it just that?
You know, I'm oblivious to it.
You don't know. God ain't told you nothing. Oh, I forgot. He only tell you about everybody else's life.
And all I can say is that I don't know. I didn't see it coming. Okay, like that. I just didn't see that coming. And I would have never put any money down on the table that that would take place like that. I never would have. But it did. So I don't know what that was. I mean, you know,
it sounds kind of.
I can't give an answer to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can now. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know what that was, and I don't know if I can give an explanation to it. And I think the more you start looking at a story around something, the more you don't get down to the authentic being of self. And I think when I'm going to be okay with it, I accept his choice, I accept his decision, and I accept his moving on. And I wish him the very best in life. And I just hope that he's able to take the body of work or whatever he got out of those years.
Why it sound like a breakup, honey? Oh, because it is. I mean, at least that's what he said it was.
To, again, make it better than what he had during these years. We pour so that people can become successful and remain in their growth and keep growing towards that. But we don't have to.
But Larry don't do that. Larry don't do that. He said everybody around Larry is broke.
We don't have to separate in that kind of way where there's all of a sudden this. But then again, St. James, you know, we're in a different age. I mean, you know, I heard people breaking up with their spouses on social media, and I'm like saying, that's crazy to a 66-year-old. You know, like, come talk to me, come talk to me. You know, I'm not. Yeah, that's crazy. But
on social media too, girl, he can't even fathom. You know, he's 66-year-old to be broken up with on social media is crazy.
I am again learning how to dance with the next generation. That this is now a new thing, and we'll probably have to teach pastors, be prepared. Your members will probably leave your church on social media. You won't,
at least the DL pastors
know it. You would say, "Oh no, they're a member of church." No, not according to the post. They said this is their last day. They just left your church, and so we're in a new age where our communication is changing, and I don't want to judge it. I want to at this point accept it because I have a flock.
I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now.
Ministry at a people that I've got to keep whole. And I want to keep people walking in love and not make it this one versus this one. We hold the space of love. And as an archbishop, I cannot tell you. So St. James, I'm going to commission you as the therapist. And you tell me why. You bloggers get together and you figure it out.
He asked, and I answered. He said, you bloggers get together and y'all tell me why. Y'all tell me why I'm heartbroken. Y'all tell me why I'm tore up. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it's not good enough for you, baby. Tell me. Like this video. Remember to support the show. The more you support, the longer we stay. Hold on, I ain't seen no trophies. Do we need to wrap the show up? Y'all ready to go? We need to wrap the show up. Y'all ready to go? Like this video. Like this video. Let's make sure that you guys are supporting our show. Where my trophies at? Let me see them trophies in the chat. Let me see them trophies in the chat. Let's make sure that we are supporting the show. Note that we can't do it without your support. Yes, it did. This is the business. Let's make sure that we're hitting our quotas. Okay, on period. We don't need Larry Dingleberry Reid watching from Africa thinking that, you know, the girls asleep on the king win. Okay, on period. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like this video, and gathering close.
Let's come to a conclusion. Why did Dr. Larry Reid leave Bishop E. Bernard Jordan? I don't know. Maybe my breath smells.
Why did Larry Reid leave Bishop E. Bernard Jordan? He said, I don't know. Maybe it was my breath. Maybe it was my weight. My. Why would you even, what? The breath, the weight.
So bad, and he hated the smell of my breath. You know, maybe I didn't lose enough weight. You know, maybe I didn't. You tell me, and probably you'll discover, Jay. And I don't want to judge it. I want to just point accept it, because I have a flock and a ministry and a people that I've got to keep whole, and I want to keep people walking in love and not make it this one versus this one. We hold the space of love, and as an archbishop, I cannot tell you. So St. James, I'm going to commission you as the therapist. That you tell me why you bloggers get together and your bloggers come to a conclusion. Why did Dr. Larry Reid leave Bishop E. Bernard Jordan? I don't know. Maybe my breath smelled bad, and he hated the smell of my breath. You know, maybe I didn't lose enough weight. You know, maybe I didn't. You tell me, and probably you'll discover. Wow,
well, there were some theories out there. I know there was a lot of talk about what you gave and what he gave in regards to money, and maybe that just wasn't feasible for him to do anymore. Maybe he didn't want to do it anymore. Maybe he didn't have to do it anymore, and maybe that was it.
My. Oh. So I guess, they do got to give Bishop Bernard money to be his their mentor. My. It's being alleged Larry couldn't afford it any longer. My.
Escape. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Now I'm gonna say this. Isn't that beautiful that he was able to give that much?
It's a blessing.
Oh, my. You say, isn't it beautiful that he was able to give that much? Yeah, but isn't he supposed to be able to continue to give that much? Like, no, quiet as kept, I'd be looking for his ass too if a motherfucker was giving me $52,000 a year and then all of a sudden stop. I'd be looking for that money too. Fucking shit. You be looking for that money too. Yes, it did. Love and happiness. Okay, on period. Gathering close.
It's a blessing.
Because when he met me, he was not giving that much. After he met me, he started giving that much. Well, one of my fathers said this, and I'm going to say it to your audience. Point at the prophet.
Hey, one of a kind. Hey,
and point at his mouth. And let me hear you say, there is money in the mouth of the prophet. There is healing in the mouth of the prophet. There's deliverance in the mouth of the prophet.
I wonder what else was in the mouth of the prophet. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show win. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like this video. Remember to support this video win. We got quotas to meet Crown Family. The number of the day is 12. We're in the middle of our 5-point challenge. Gathering close.
And there is money in the mouth of the prophet. I live in reverse tithing. I give away 90% and live over 10%. There's things that we've come into in the last 6 months to a year.
That was nowhere in the Bible, friend. What God said, when God said something about 90% of reverse tithes, you just made that all up. He lied.
That's been amazing. And we tried to give that away, give the wisdom away. So yes, he was able to do that because that was his reasonable service. He's supposed to give that away in his tithes. If you made 30 million, then you're supposed to give 3 million away into the ministry. So he wasn't giving it because he didn't have it. He gave it. Yeah. Now I pray to God that he's still giving at that level. Because if not, he's going to lose everything and only be able to live at the level of his giving. Oh, wow. Remember, you are living because of your giving. your giving determines your living.
Wow.
And that's
Do they got like a different copy of the Bible? They got like an extra chapter or something. Where is that in God's word? The more you give, the longer you live. Shit, that's actually kind of catchy. Crowd family, do you want to live long? I said, do you want to live long? Then make sure to support this show. You talk about it's in the Bible. It's in the more you support, the longer you live. The more you give, you got to give to live, friend. You stop giving, you stop living. You heard what Bishop Bernard said. Where my trophies at? Like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Crypto, however you want to done it. Where my trophies at? You got to give to live, Crown family. You got to give to live. Where my trophies at? Like this video, like this video. Remember to support the show. It's up in the stuck here in a home of the situation. Know that we got quotas to meet. And you got to give to live. Okay, I'm here. We got to get church made ASAP. Mm-hmm.
why God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. And the other thing I would like to say, that's looking at giving on a material level.
Yeah.
But my Bible says wisdom is better than silver and gold. What I gave to him is priceless.
Oh, yeah.
And you cannot put an amount on wisdom.
Yeah.
And if what I gave to you enabled you to give away $3 million,
yeah,
then my labor has not been in vain.
Right. Right. I know you don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to speak on this because you're swirling around as well. You know, there was a disconnect because you want to disassociate yourself from any aspects of
what he said. He said, what I poured into you enabled you to give away $3 million in bitch. Job well done. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to make him stay. It wasn't enough to make him stay, and it got you all torn up. You, Master Prophet, Big Dog. According to you, you put him on. Eat small potatoes. Even with all the riches and all of the monies. Dingleberry still ran off without any notice. Took everything that you taught him, all that you poured into him. And now he's over there in Ghana to run it up. My. What are your thoughts? Let me know it in the chat.
the Bishop JAKES lawsuit.
Yeah, well, that there is not a conversation that we ever, I'm just looking.
Okay.
That's not a conversation we ever got in.
Okay.
A matter of fact, our distance had.
But why? It's so crazy because your son is literally involved.
Started, a little bit before the election. So all of what's going on now, I'm only getting bits and pieces when it comes up on my timeline.
Gotcha.
And so that was another area of healing that was also needed, also during that time with myself, because with my son, Prophet Manasseh, during the 6 years that we were not really in communication, that there began to cause a lot of different things. And so a lot of different pastors, I will say this, was part of the healing process of our relationship coming back together. And some of them have gone on to be with the Lord. That Prophet Manasseh will give you one day his own story. And it kind of amazed me of some of the pastors that, you know, went to him and said, listen, you need to reconnect back with your father, you know. And I'm saying, wow, I didn't even realize that. So that there, now that we were not on that page there, that was not a page of that was open for discussion, because that there was just not a world that I could even give voice to or even look at. Because at the end of the day, Bishop Jakes has a family like I have.
Right.
He has sons and daughters like I have, and grandchildren. And so that's why we've got to watch what we take to the out into the streaming audience. But I do know that we gave a prophetic word that out of West Virginia, there will come a voice. And it's in Written Judges, Volume 1, that will come out of West Virginia.
Wow.
And people will come from around the world to hear this voice. And I remember meeting Bishop Jakes in 1992, I believe it was, when Bishop Brown brought him. And he sat at my dining room table at the church at 310 Riverside Drive and spoke there. And I says, you're from West Virginia. I said, there's a prophecy in this book. And I showed him the book. I said, what were you doing in 1988 when I read this prophecy? He said, I was probably preaching around some pot belly oven. That's what he said. And we both chuckled, not knowing that sitting at the table would be one of the greatest voices that would come to, you know, the stage of the world.
Wow.
So that's, you know, my.
Not he prophesied the coming of TD Jakes. Like, girl, but you can't prophesy the exit of the Dingleberry. Like, girl, go and sit down somewhere. I'm done with you and your predictions.
Story of Bishop Jakes. I think that if I could speak a word to fathers, I think the thing that we have possibly, well, I'm speaking for myself, has failed the generation that's coming behind us, is that they've never seen all of us together on one stage. And so we're seeing the next generation of prophets divided. And there probably needed to be a
yeah, God ain't told you that either till it was too late, huh? You know, TD Jakes just retired. Y'all and is any of y'all tapped in? Like, you just now thinking that working together, you guys could save more souls than all being in competition for the next mega pastor of the West? Like, who knows? Who knows when? Who knows when? I thought the goal was to save the souls, okay, on period. Not who can get more followers on Instagram. Like this video, gather and close.
Revival of unity of our differences, so that there could have been a real healing in the church world. And I think that is something that has yet to be seen. And I think each generation, you know, find their way. I think that our generation will probably live the longest that any preachers have ever lived before in the last 200 years or so. And my prayer is that we'll be able to all get together and get on the stage and have shared wisdom, you know, of what we've gathered from our lives, and that we would tell our sons and daughters. Well, today you can't use sons and daughters, our nieces and nephews.
Right. Yeah.
Tell our nieces and nephews what the pitfalls are. And hopefully the wisdom that we share will shorten the distance so that they do not step in the lion mines that we stepped in, because we're stronger. We're literally stronger together. And if my son or daughter runs over to you, I need you to point my son and daughter back home to their father.
Right.
And not only that, but I need a call from you to say, I got your son over here. Tell me what you want me to do. I think that's the report that needs to be known. And I think that we kind of lack that. I mean, I've had people's children get to me and they said, you know, but don't tell my parents I'm here, or don't tell my mom. I said, no, they're gonna know you're here. But you can't even, you know, I'm gonna tell him.
Right.
You know,
It's gonna get told. Yeah.
Just, you know, we're gonna work through this. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna call him and say, listen, your loved one, is there anything I can do to be part of the healing process, not part of further separating? And I think that's one of the sins that we've had in our generation, that we have not done enough of.
Man, so he sort of resents TD Jakes, and he resents, you know, Larry, because when him and his son were estranged, when Manasseh ran away, they kind of protected and coveted his son instead of reaching out and offering, you know, resolution or help to, you know, bring them back together. My, Larry must have thought it was funny all of these years, keeping such a disgusting secret from his mentor. Like, how could you keep something like his son being fucking molested by TD Jakes away from him? And knowing this is going on, how could you keep the son away? Like, why would you not? And then he's all broke up about this fucking pervert. Like, what does this say about even like the Bernard Jordan? Like, this man is the same man allegedly who is alleging that your son confided in him when he was being molested by TD Jakes allegedly, and didn't say nothing to you. You were asked in this interview why, you know, what your thoughts were, and you said you never addressed it. What kind of pussy hole ass shit is that? So you mean you want to have a conversation with Larry, but you don't want to talk about that? Fuck all that other shit. I want to know about this the busting it wide and then dropping it low when my kid was a minor. Fuck is you talking about? That's what I want to know about. You over here worried about a friendship with a fucking pervert. Got all these motherfucking little boys out here talking about Larry and put Larry and put his motherfucking hands on them, and you worried about a friendship with this pervert? Where is God when you need him? Okay, because he's not over there in you. Okay, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm hurting for Manasseh. You think that you care more about Larry than the fact that he was allegedly sexually assaulted by one of your friends? And all your friends got all these allegations. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. Keep going over Larry's sexuality. Keep skipping over these men. Skipping over the allegations that have been made. Did the $50,000 that you were getting each year from Larry make you turn a blind eye to the young men who were coming to you saying that he touched them? You didn't care. As long as he's giving that $52,000 each year, you don't give a fuck who Larry put his hands on. Like, I'm lost. I'm not making sense here. Like, I'm no parent. I don't have no kids. But if I did have a child, I would care more about the safety of my child than any friendship that I could ever have. Like, the video is available. It was not like something that was asked and answered. You know, this is something that can be replayed over and over and over again. Larry telling the world how he's known this thing. He's known not only has he known, but he has the receipts, and he didn't tell you, nor did he do anything about it. He waited till a time like this to share it and to profit off of it. You should be happy Larry left without a conversation. You should be happy Larry chose to leave, because like you said, you would have never stopped dealing with Larry. You would have just kept pouring into Larry. You would have just kept giving him money, kept on supporting him. You know, a lot of these people, they say stuff and they really don't realize what they're saying until it's played back. Like, all I heard is that you care more about Larry than your family or even God. The fuck you in therapy for, crying about a nigga? Didn't God bless you with a wife and a family? Right. Right. And a congregation to look after. You got a whole flock to look after. Sit up here worry about these booty bandits. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Witness the 15 Payne Show. Act like you know. Okay, on period. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go win. Okay, on period, because I ain't got a trophy win. I got to wrap this up. Win. Okay, on period. We got to go. Mama, do we got any trophies in the chat before I head out? Okay. Because the girls, they tired of the dingleberry this afternoon. Is that what that were?
Making sure each other's families whole.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
But you know what?
Yeah.
But I'll say to St. James, you cannot heal what you do not feel. It probably took me to go through that to have a grace to even just say that.
Wow. Yeah. Mm. When you mentioned therapy, I was just blown away, because we know, we hear master prophet, we hear archbishop, these mighty words that we hear, and we thinking, these
like this video. Remember to subscribe to this video. Are you subscribed to this video? All your notifications turned on. Go and check right now. When you know the YouTube be doing weird stuff to the King Gathering Close.
Folks ain't got them kind of problems, comment.
Listen, you need therapy just when you come into new income brackets. Because if you don't, let's say you make $100,000 a year and you go from $100,000 to $500,000 a year, you're gonna need a therapist to help you to manage how do you handle money at this next level that you were not at the previous level. Because you need to become.
Okay, but why do you need therapy for this dick? Right.
New way of being.
Yes.
And when you start to understand the way of being, who do I need to become? I've always said I was going to be a philanthropist. And so when I began to look, I had to look at the lives of other people that was into philanthropy. I had to begin to start pulling together boards together. I started having to pull together.
Okay, we didn't get no more trophies. Great. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, up here. If you guys are interested in the rest of this video, you guys see the title on the screen, go ahead and check out the St. James Show right here on YouTube. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody watching. I have fun hanging out with y'all today. Okay, on period. Larry Reid has fled the country. You heard it here. Okay, on period. Bishop Bernard is speaking their breakup. Okay, on period. The interviews on the St. James Show right here on the YouTube. Conscious TV is fucked up about it when Bishop Bernard is tore up about it. These girls may be in therapy for the rest of their life. Okay, something about that Pasapine win. Apparently, yes, it did. TD Jakes is not letting up win. Okay, on period. And Ross and Weems may have Larry Dingleberry Reid incarcerated with her dusty ass. Okay, on period. Larry's losing all of his money when he can't afford his mentorship anymore. What are your thoughts? Shout out to the replay gang. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, you guys, I love you all with the love of Jesus. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the show. Shout out to every hand that donated, liked this video, and supported this video. Until next time, I love you all with the love of Jesus. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Adios.